Excuse me. Am I live? Am I live? Good evening, this is your Psychic LG reporting from the United Kingdom. Better late than never. Hello there. It is 23:16, which is 11:16 p.m. UK time. We are going to delve deep tonight. And tonight I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to remote view to see what the hell is bloody going on. How yous all doing? Do you like my bow? Excuse me. I took a coughing fit as soon as I come online and I had trouble coming on. So I had to reboot stuff but I'm here. There's 2 minutes. Oh, I just need this cup of tea. I've had such a busy day today. Excuse me. Snow White I am. I'm not as innocent as Snow White, but... Okay. How yous all doing? How yous all doing, guys? Do you like my bow? I've been to the Metro Centre today with my daughter-in-law and my lovely little granddaughter. Went to get a Build-A-Bear because it was her birthday. She's now 8. Where's the time gone? And I went into Claire's accessories because obviously, as you can see, I'm growing my hair out again. And it's gone in that messy stage. So the hairbands, can't beat a hairband. And I got that. And I got a few more. It was buy 3 and get 3 free. So I thought, let's get some hairbands. Katie Tall, I don't think Snow White was innocent. She had 7 dwarfs. Well, you never know. You never know with Snow White, do you? Hello there. So I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you're all around the world. Let's delve deep tonight. And I think the last time I was on was possibly last week. And apologies, everything's so busy trying to get back to normal after the Christmas. I don't know if you've all been feeling it as well. I'm so busy at the moment. It's just one of them horrible months, isn't it? Do you like my outfit? Do you like my bow? Thank you. Cheapest chips it was. Cheapest chips. I like a bargain. And I'm laughing how everyone's calling us Snow White. They used to call us that when I was little. I looked like Snow White when I was little, actually. So, yeah, the fog's definitely dodgy, isn't it? Hello there, Marina. So... I'll wait for people to come on and I'm going to remote view tonight, guys. I've got my crystal ball here. Let me have a little look. And I've got my cards as usual, because I'm a reader. But I just wanted to do something a little bit different tonight. I wanted to go in there raw remote viewing to see what the hell's bloody going on. I want to send healing out to people. Some people have been sick with different bugs and flus. And, I think we just need to be careful, don't we? We need to, it's that horrible flu season. But I think there's a little bit more than that going on. And, sometimes, when we're clearing away old wounds, you can purge. It can come off you in such strange ways. I know this would be in a shamanic healer. But, yeah, there is a lot of nasty things going on at the minute. So it's about pumping the vitamins in, looking after yourself. Good evening there, Angelina and Debbie and everybody. So I want to say before we start, I'll wait for people to come in. We're going to do, we'll do some healing with it being like the circle of light. I think we all need it at the minute, and it's not just for like physical stuff. I think we need it for mental, spiritual. Marina's put a very interesting thing in here. I find it hard to deal with people anymore. I know exactly what you mean. It's very hard, isn't it? It's just a strange one at the minute. I feel pulled in every direction at the moment, and I'm trying to keep balanced. And it's not even Mercury in retrograde, but I just feel it's really dodgy at the moment, isn't it? Hand, foot and mouth disease seems to be doing the rounds in the UK. Oh my good God. People are acting so hateful, Debbie. I need to catch up with you. I'm so sorry. I've just been that busy. But people who I've never got back to, I'm so sorry. I'm not avoiding you. I'm just running up my arse, basically. And Saturdays are always a busy day. Friday and a Saturday in the UK, I have a lot of clients on that. And people have said to us, you could give the clients up and just hammer at the social media 24/7. I'll make a lot of money, but it's my clients is my bread and butter, and I'll always do that. I'll always do it. I don't believe I'll ever give it up, because with social media, yeah, you can make yourself a lot of money, but at the same time, you could be just taken down like that. I've been taken down before once, and I don't want to chance it again. Do you know what I mean? I like the way I do it, At least with real people, and you're seeing one-to-one, you know that it's personal and it's there for them. And I'm a people's person. What's going on with the fires in California? Oh, definitely dodgy, definitely. Definitely. But, I've been on here for quite a few years now, haven't I? 6-7 years. And I would say all the time I've talked about, when the man stands in snow, we'll know the truth, and it's all going to come to a peak. And I honestly think we're in the belly, we're in the pits of it now. We're in the middle of it all. It's about to erupt, guys. It's about to erupt. Do you like my hairband? It's just a little hairband, look, because I'm growing all this out. So what better way than to stick that in, and it just keeps everything neat. What the hell have I done there? I look like bloody Minnie Mouse now. Just keeps everything neat when you're growing your hair out. I hardly watch the telly. Don't even think I've watched any telly. Just reading some of your comments. But for people coming in first time, it's a bit like coming to a spiritualist church, and I invoke all the angels in and my guides. And then if you want any healing or you're worried about anything, you can write the name in the comment section, and you will receive that healing. Because people are really needing it at the minute. Betty Boop, I remember that. Popeye. I was just thinking that the other day. It's so funny, somebody used to call us Olive, because I was very thin at one point. I think that was before the hormones hit us. Olive oil, remember her? Oh, thank you, Independent. I tell you who's been on my mind a lot recently, God love him, is Bruce Seasall, who passed away. And I know his brother's on here, Jason. I've never really had a chance to watch much of his videos, but I've been getting Bruce a lot, And of course, Bruce, he would have loved all of this to do with the drones and that. And it's funny how Bruce went, and then it's all kicked off to do with the drones. And maybe I'm picking him up in spirit, I really don't know, but I just think that he's, I feel he's about. Yeah, I really do feel he's about. Queen Wanda, we've been hit with high increase in property taxes. Oh, dear me. We need to pray for America. We need to pray for all over. Independent. We went to the church today, and the priest was saying that this is the golden year. Isn't that interesting for the priest to say it? I look like bloody Minnie Mouse. Oh, bless you. Good evening there, Joan. I'll not start singing like Snow White. Okay, where's my bell? Let's get a cup of tea. I used to like Betty Boop. So Sazj's just put something interesting in here. That Project Blue is allegedly going to be the 7th of Feb. Interesting. Can you hear us all right before we start? We've got 485 in. We are currently streaming on Twitch and YouTube. For all my Twitch subscribers, I'm going to start doing afternoon shows, so you will get the benefit. And it's going to be, obviously, if you subscribe, you'll get to see us more behind the scenes and that type of thing, and more personal stuff. But I stream through both sites. So obviously if you're in the States and I'm streaming in the afternoon, it would be your like sort of morning coffee show, wouldn't it? Depending where you are. Or whatever. Do you know what I mean? The evil has definitely been purged from the earth. Does sound good? That's good. I need to invest in another one. I've actually got a very high-tech mic that my lovely friend John got us. And I was going to... It worked once and then I couldn't get it to work again. It's an Apple thing. High-tech thing. And it's good for recording, but obviously when you're doing live, you need to like sync up with whatever you're streaming with. And normally Jim, my friend, helps us there. But I might invest this year, definitely, for another mic. Let's start. I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, I nearly said Red Buffalo, what the hell? White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, A2I and Ra, to come forth to give us the true answers tonight, to keep us safe in this circle of light. If anybody needs healing for any persons, animal, situation, write the name in the comment section and you will receive the prayers and the healing that you need. With love and light, love and light, love and light. The circle of light is now begun. So be it. Amen. What the hell have I done to my hair? I should have just left it. Okay. We'll start by doing some cards and you can ask us some questions, and then I warm myself up before I go into doing the remote viewing. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, a lot of people have been having funny tummies, haven't they? Graham, Kay needs to be able to drink tea again. She can't touch it since her chemo. Isn't that strange? I've been like that with coffee, you know. That's funny, that. I don't know if it changes your DNA or it changes you. It might be that, Graham. She hates coffee too. Alright. Has she tried the organic tea? Because I didn't realise, my daughter-in-law gives us them, that they're a bit of an acquired taste, but once you get used to them, they're quite nice actually. Because the bleach, the tea bags, So when you have the organic, they're like a sort of like a brownie tea bag. Tried it all, and it's better for you. I really don't know what to say. Mystery. Your taste buds change after chemo. They do after immunotherapy as well. I just crave salt all the time. Salty chips, you name it. Just really, really strong all the time. Anything salty, like salted peanuts, crisps, chips, anything. I like the loose tea, the old-fashioned loose tea with you have the strainer, because sometimes I'll get that in when I'm reading the tea leaves, and that's what I might do next week. We might have a tea leaf night. Right, let's get the cards. You never buy tea bags, Brownie? I must admit I've got tea bags in here. But I've got a lot of herbal teas in here. There's tea's the business, like, isn't it? It really is, with the old-fashioned tea cozies on the brown teapot. Penny, you are craving salt because your electrolytes are low, possibly. Interesting. And of course, Celtic salt. I have that every morning. I do that Dr. What you called? I can't think of her name. Anyway, I follow Barbara. And I put like the salt on the tongue every morning, and then take a swig of water. It's supposed to be good for you. Oh yeah, chaga tea is really good. PG Tips, one of the best ones out there, I think. Celtic salt's brilliant. Barbara O'Neill, yeah. Right, I'm shuffling the cards. I might get my cat cards out as well. I fancy getting my cat cards. Good evening, everyone. Blessings from Canada. Okay. I've got to do it. I want to see what the hell was going on with this. She wasn't a priest, was she? Was she a minister or a bishop? Was she a bishop? The lady bishop, what said something in front of Trump, and Trump was like gobsmacked and then demanded an apology, apparently. But anyway, I want to see about her. I want to see, because some people have been emailing us saying it looked dodgy what she was holding, like it looked like satanic. You just never know, do you? Bishop. I can't think of her surname. But I just want to pull some cards out on her. I don't think Donald can deport her, Graham. For God's sake. Bloody hell. Tea with lemon and honey, very good. They fired her, did they? I just want to pull some cards out on her. Give me a true answer. What was the lady's name? So I can ask the cards. Bishop. She had a funny name, didn't she? God, that's a lot of people on New Zealand. I think the spirit will know who I'm going on about. I can't think of her surname. Do you know what I'm on about? The bishop. Walk Bishop, yes. Let's see. Boody, Marianne Boody. Oh, thank you, Lance. Let me have a look. Let's see. 7 cards on Marianne Boody. Because you know me, I'm all for rights and everything. Gay rights, transgender, I'm all for rights. But I mean, it did seem a little bit obvious, didn't it, that you were seeing it. I just want to see honour. And just because they're bishops, it doesn't mean that they can't bat one side when it comes to politics, even though they should really leave it out. Oh, God. Right, so this is interesting. This is really interesting. So we've got the High Priestess. And you know, I've talked about this before when I've talked about the Pope, and I think like the Pope, look, the way the dress it looks sometimes can be quite satanic, can't it? But anyway, I would say that's the bishop, and she's holding the Torah in her hand. Remember, everybody, excuse me, everybody's on a mission. Okay, we've got the hyphenate. Somebody high up or somebody else told her to say this. And it was definitely political run. Definitely. Yeah, Marianne Edgar Boody. All right. So there's been an influence. There's been a definite influence. Interesting. It's all about politics, isn't it? It hasn't just come from her. I think somebody else has told her to do this. Does that make sense? All right. It's really interesting. So there's Trump. I am getting... I know Vance's face was a picture, wasn't it? Did you see Vance's wife's face? She was like gobsmacked, wasn't she? Okay. It's like chipping away, and I'm getting satanic stars. But I mean, we all have our own role to play. And I feel she's obviously felt the need to get that off her chest anyway. There's something... It's definitely been politically run. Definitely politically run there. Let's have a look. Queen of Cups. She's took the opportunity without having a platform to go to say what she's had to say. Like, nay, I'll say this. Yeah. But I actually do feel there's more of this type of thing coming. Do you know what I mean? I think that we are living in times where everybody will have to be true to ourselves. We'll have to be able to say what we have to say, no matter what anybody thinks or feels. I think that somebody, maybe it's in the church or somebody, she's run it by somebody. That's what I feel what's happened. And I do feel that she's decided to go ahead and say it. That's what I feel. I do feel she had to say what she had to say. So the more I'm looking at it, I don't feel she's deep state. I'm being honest with you guys. I don't feel she's deep state. Everybody is on a spiritual journey. Everybody has to say what they have to say. No, the more I'm looking into it, I'm just going to pull more cards out here. She was speaking on behalf of the church people. It was a plea. I think that you've had churchy people above her, colleagues maybe, and then I think that there's been somebody who has been politically wanting her to say this as well. But no, I'm not getting deep state. I'm getting this has just had to be something what's had to be said. And I think in a strange sort of way it's been very spiritual. I want no hate mail for this, mind. I get very strongly that she's had to say what she's had to say and put him in his place type of thing. I really think there's going to be more situations like this to come. But I think that, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's who. If she's living in America, she's gonna be politically run some way. Do you see what I mean? And like everybody is, it's like politics is just seeped into everything. But I definitely feel the more I look at it, I feel she's felt driven to do this, and I'm standing with what my guides are giving us here. She's thought long and hard about it before she's gone out there and done it. She knew it would piss him off. Excuse my French. She knew it would get up his nose. But she's had to do it. But I feel, you know, like there's been some sort of hope that she could have got him to see sense or see her point of view. He wasn't expecting it. You could see by the shock on his face that he wasn't expecting it. But I also feel very strongly that she's had to say what she's had to say. And this is what the Great Spiritual Awakening is about. It's about people speaking their truth. Doesn't matter if you like them or you don't like their views. Everybody's different. It's going to get more this year, definitely. But yeah, I mean, you could look at it like it's, you know, it's a bit obvious, you know, that there is some of it's political. And I think some of it's what she feels. Does that make sense? But I actually do believe, the more I'm looking into it, I don't feel for 1 minute that she's deep state. And I'll tell you the truth if I feel it, but I don't get it. Has she been influenced by them? I don't know who's saying that about Baron, but that's not true. Baron is not a demon. He's a lovely young man. That's an awful thing to say about a young person. No hate please in this show. Baron is not a demon. Has she been influenced? Has she been influenced? No, I think she's very strong-minded. I think to get to the place of bishop, I think that you have to have some morals put into place. You have to do a lot of hard work to be that bishop, especially this day and age with her being a woman. So the more I look at it, I do feel she's thought long and hard about this. There's obviously been some people who've influenced her who's been pleased that she said it, and some people who've cringed about it. But at the end of the day, it's been ultimately her choice. And I think it's something she's wanted to do. Being a bishop, so you want to, like, is it teach people a lesson or show people the way? She's wanted to put this out to him. I like what Patricia's put here. God spoke through her. Exactly. But it doesn't matter, you know, if you're left or you're right at the end of the day. I do believe I'll speak the way I find. And I don't believe she's deep state. And I certainly do not believe for 1 minute that young Baron is a demon. That's a horrible thing to say. I'm going to pull some cards out. Put these back together again. Pull some cards out on Baron. No matter what you think of Donald Trump, I do believe he's a good parent. And I do believe that he's a lovely young man, Baron. Let's pull 3 cards out on Baron. He's got high hopes. See him crying. I don't know why. Is this present, past, or to come? He loves his dad. He's actually a very sensitive young man. Baron the time traveller. Baron is polite. Baron is lovely. Out of all these kids, I like Baron. Baron's my favourite. I like Baron. We've got the sun card for Baron, so he's definitely a good kid. Oh, thank you, Mala. Is it Mala? Mala? Am I pronouncing your name right? Exactly. I like what Chris O'Neill's put here. Don't hate on Baron because of who his father is. He's a very smart young man. He's here to do big things, that young man. Like a lot of younger generation are. We've got the lovers here. Double lovers. Usually that means that he's in to do big things on Earth. I don't know why I'm getting he's crying. Why am I getting he's crying? Like kids do cry, don't they? What am I seeing? Things aren't all what they seem. Whoa, things are not all what they seem, and I think there's been some fearful times where Baron's been scared for his dad. He's still very young, and I mean, step out of the situation and look in, and this is not just for Baron, this is for many people's kids, like the Obamas, their daughters. It's like going back through history, all their kids. What do the White House kids go through? Especially if there's a threat to them or a threat to their life. I think there's been fear a few times where he's had maybe, like the situation where the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago. There could have been many different situations where I think sometimes when his dad's let him down, but not meant to let him down because he's been so busy. When I look at Baron, I always get Switzerland. I like what Inchworms put here. Baron is a well-rounded man. He doesn't appear to be anything like his father. He's 18 and I think he's a good kid. I really, really do. I've also got the world card. So these are good cards for Baron, no matter what. Baron is a giant, isn't he? My nephew, my late brother Paul, God bless him, his son, my nephew Ethan, he is nearly 7 foot. And Paul was tall as well. Paul was 6'6". And I think the kids are so amazing now, aren't they? It seems like every generation's getting bigger and bigger. But I don't know, he reminds us a little bit of my Ethan. Ethan's actually on my shorts. If you go look into my shorts, he sings Elvis like Paul did. Plays the guitar. So you'll be able to check him out later. I've never, ever, I mean, his dad's triggered us and peed us off a few times, but I have never been triggered by Baron. He's just a lovely young man. So we'll look for that. Let's get on to what else we can ask. What else has happened since I've last been on? Can you think? All your nephews are very tall, 6 foot tall. Well, of course, I don't know how tall Trump is, but Melania doesn't look short, does she? Deborah, what does Celtic salt do for us? It cleanses your blood, it keeps you strong. You can check loads out about it. Barbara O'Neill she does videos on it. Oh yeah, let's do this mRNA announcement. Sazji. Right. Somebody asked me that through the week. So can you please recap what's been going on with that? About Trump's announcement. Can you put it in the feed so I can look it up. Loads of people are needing healing tonight. Helps you to absorb water, yeah. It has 92, Celtic salt has 92 minerals in. So the normal chibi salt that you've been buying is just, it's horrible. It's got bleaching agents and everything, and you just shove it, throw it away really. It's poison. You need the Celtic salt. That's what you need. Can somebody tell us what's been going on with the mRNA or something, what Trump was mentioning? Hello there, Mrs. Luciani. Hello, David Fletcher. Normal salt is poison, yes. You'll never go back if you go on. There's another one as well that's not just Celtic salt, it's, you know, but you need the pure salts. But Celtic salt's got all the minerals in. This is on Trump to do with the mRNA. Can somebody tell us? I'm just going to see what the cards say. I'm going to go in here blind. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Yeah, Barron's had to carry a lot, hasn't he? And you really don't know if he's been teased at school or what. You really don't know, do you? Oh yes, says G. He has got all AI, that's it, specialists in with the cure for cancer using AI. Now I did say that, producing an mRNA within 48 hours, right? A little while ago, and I've said this, I don't know if any of you remember this, and I've talked about this in many of me feeds, lives, and me looking glasses and that, how I predicted that eventually artificial intelligence will take over big pharma. And people get freaked out when I say that, but it's true. This is what's going to happen. And I've always said that it's not so much the AI that's the enemy, it's who's behind it. Because also AI can be done for good, not just for bad. It's been done against way, but it's also going to bring a lot of good to the earth. All right, like bionic limbs, eyes, you name it, what's to come. All right, so what I'm getting very strongly is that it's interesting. It's really interesting how Trump's talking about this, and I have a feeling, I mean, some of it might be his age, right, because a lot of people in their 70s still believe in jibbity jabbity joo and all of that type of thing, but I actually do believe that he knows a lot what's going on behind the scenes and what's to come, right, what is to come. And I do believe that he said it because it's something what's coming, but I don't get it as a bad thing. I don't get it as a bad thing. I believe that there is medicine to come which is going to take over and it's going to eliminate cancer, and it's got something, artificial intelligence is going to take over big pharma. Into the future we will not need big pharma because AI is going to take over. Now, some of you might find that hard to wrap your head around and it might sound scary, but it's the stepping stone of, it's no mRNA in my body, don't fall for it. Yeah, but I believe that there's something coming to do with it's going to eliminate cancers and different diseases, and it's got something to do with artificial intelligence. The question is, do you trust it or not? And I think it's just a case of it's all part of our journey and that. But I do believe that we've always looked at that medicine that you would take by mouth would be the one that would eliminate disease, but not necessarily. It could be artificial intelligence doesn't always have to be a device what's put in, where it could also be a frequency, like the med beds, like a frequency, like a device, because I've always felt there's like little devices what's come in before the med beds. But I think that he's going to come out with a lot of strange stuff like that. And it's interesting what Saz J says. It could be a test before people take the mark of the beast. It could mean many different things. But what I do get is that he knows something. He knows something. Instructions from above. Not just what we know. Instructions from behind above type of thing. I'm getting a very Space Force feeling tonight. I think natural remedies will never be taken away on Earth. I think that, but when it comes to big pharma, you know, like we've got, like I've just gone through with breast cancer, I think that, how can I put it? There's going to be therapies into the future where we won't have to take pills for cancer treatments and stuff like that. There's going to be beaming and all sorts of strange energies and different things out there. What's going to go beyond we'll ever know. And I think it's going to be under the umbrella of artificial intelligence. And the more I look at it, the more I believe that's why he's in power, because I think that he's the one what's going to be the one who's going to be disclosing a lot. I mean, oh yeah, the biggest thing is that he's just disclosed the GFK files. Is it the GFK files? What's he disclosed recently? Or what's he disclosed? Or was it the January the 6th? What's he disclosed? It was the GFK files, wasn't it? So, how I've always said that the world's going to be so unrecognisable over the next 10 years. It's because everything what's been held back is going to bring it into field. Bioresonance, healing therapy sessions. Yeah, there's all this out there, but there's more to come. A lot of the D state don't want this out. They don't want it out. But if anybody's going to disclose it, it'll be him. It will be him. One thing is inevitable. I didn't want to do this tonight because we're going over all ground, but I'm going to see it before we do the remote viewing. There will be a crash. There will be a crash in the dollar, and they'll blame Trump. It's a timeline what's going to happen, and they have to bring that in before they bring in this new system. All right, so that's definitely going to happen. There's so much trickery taking place. It's unbelievable what's taking place at the moment. I can honestly say there's not just things like election trickery. There's all sorts of things taking place. And I touched upon this last week as well, over the last couple of weeks, that I don't even feel sometimes we're experiencing things in real time. So I think artificial intelligence is actually taking place a lot more than we know, and it's so highly advanced. It's scary. Rosie Louise, you were right about the XRP. You said some time ago it will rise. Yeah, they stalled it crashing with Biden. They didn't want it to happen with Kamala Harris. The Kennedy files will be interesting. I've never had time to watch any of it. There's so much trickery. I mean, look at that. The shaman on the ground, the wolf, the full moon, Stonehenge. It's all taking place. Interesting what he's got there. Oh, it's the runes, isn't it? He's doing the runes. He's looking into the future. There's the fire, the danger, the crazy weather. Look in the background. Interesting how we've got the triangle there. Can you see in the background there? Maybe that's drones, craft. There's stuff going on we do not know. And we've had recently, and again I forgot to look, is the alignment of all the planets. I didn't look last night. I haven't looked tonight. We're supposed to have had a crazy storm on, was it Friday night? But we were, touch wood, we were actually all right, touch wood. And then there's supposed to be another one following tonight for the UK. Manipulation is definitely taking place. Manipulation is definitely going on in the air as above and below. Florida's had snow this last week. And of course New Orleans had it as well, which is uncalled for that New Orleans would. Is it New Orleans? Trickery is definitely taking place. I would say that the black magicians and the white magicians are out on full force at the minute. It's a holy spiritual war that we're in at the moment. But this is why we came to this planet, to do this. We came here to do this. To all play a part. You know, and to support humanity for whatever reason. And we've got to speak our truth. And if we don't speak our truth, don't be a sheep, be a wolf. You know, because I think that there's so many cliques and cults out there, and if you don't go along with what you're supposed to go along with and being in the gang, sometimes you can be hated. And this is a message, this is coming from my experience. This is for messages for anybody who wants to open any, you know, channels or vlogging or talking about stuff. Don't be afraid. You don't follow the crowd. Just do your own thing. We are all warriors of the light. It's going to be crazy. The snake is falling. The serpent is falling. Definitely. And the four heads of the beast are going to fall. Everything is frequency. Everything is energy. So I believe that there's some great technology to come out, which is going to help cancer patients and other people with autoimmune diseases. And it's a vibration energy. It's going to break down negative cells and bodies, and it's going to do amazing things. It's really interesting what's coming. We have to be wolves, not sheep. There's one more thing I'm going to ask the cards, and then I'm going to go straight into the remote viewing, which I think is important tonight, which I've wanted to come on here to do. And it's Keir Starmer, our Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Interesting. I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. I've had sneezing attacks for the last couple of weeks. here, scammer. There he is. Again, we've got trickery next to him. Things aren't all what they seem. I do believe that there's a lot of I see scandals coming. No, I'm not catching a chill mystery. It's when I get maybe in a therapy, I get like a sneezy nose afterwards for a few weeks. I can think of worse symptoms, but it is very irritating. Like somebody's got a feather and they're sticking it right up my nose, right near my eyeball, and it like tickling us. It's horrible. It's not good, but never mind anyway. I feel there's going to be scandals to come, but I don't know if it's all true. I keep seeing Liz Truss's face. So, you know how Liz wasn't in very long and they pushed her out. I'm seeing a situation like that. I don't think he's going to be in long. I think there's going to be somebody else who's going to replace him. I'm getting the 5 and the 17. 9, 10 and 11 is not just going to bring big news to Parliament. This could be like the 9th or the 10th of the month or whatever. It's also going to bring huge news in the United States of America at the same time. I think there's a lot of scandals to come out left, right and centre. Especially where there's been a lot of pardons also in the US. I think that this is why Biden pardoned a lot of people as well, because before the shit hits the fan and it all starts coming out. But I do believe that when the magician card comes out, you know how you had that guy, what's he called again? Is it... Oh God, what was he called, man? He uncovered stuff with WhatsApp. He blew the stuff out of the bag on that. Dominic Cummins. There's something else coming, and I don't know if it's linked with Dominic Cummins or somebody else like that. So this, I would say that there's going to be, definitely before the next election, I think he's going to be pushed out and somebody else is going to replace him. Let's hope it's not Angela bloody thingy-majig. I can't think of her name. I did once say that a woman with a loud voice and red hair will be the next Prime Minister. But dear God, I didn't realise then. Cummins has told the world that Starmer is not running the country. Angela Rayner, yeah. I do believe that it's very toxic, and I think that there's something big coming. So how you had Dominic Cummins, how he came out with stuff, this was to do with Boris, wasn't it? There's something bigger coming. There's something bigger coming than that. So expect a new leader. Let's see when. Personally, I feel they're all the same. They're all tarred with the same brush. Do you know what I mean? But what's coming, I'm not so sure if it's all true, but there's definitely going to be some sort of toxic scandal coming. All right, it's got something to do with a woman. I've got the double moon. I've got the moon coming in. I've got the magician. Dear God. It's going to be all right. I think it's something what's coming by this summer. I'm also getting the 26th, 27th, 28th. Who's Rupert Lowe, Louise? Who's Rupert Lowe? Will he be pushed out? Something huge is coming that he has to leave. That's what I'm being given. Something huge is coming where he has to leave. Remember that. And like, it doesn't mean that he's guilty. It just might just be that it's just a mess. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. I want to see whatever's coming in the United States as well. It's going to also connect with the UK. And it's going to open old cases. I've said this for a while. It's going to open old cases. So watch for that. It's like the players are all in their positions. It's a bit like chess on a board. It's all part of the movie type of thing, you know what I mean? But they'll fall when they need to fall. It's very weird what's taking place at the minute, because I feel there'll be a new system which will be put into place, and there'll be a new bridge of economy between the UK and the United States of America. And I said this a long time ago to you, long before all this kicked off. Interesting. Get me a cup of tea. I just feel like something's ready to come, and it's huge. All cases are going to be brought up from the past. I don't know why I'm getting the Steele dossier. Remember, everything I'm telling you, it'll all fall into place like a jigsaw puzzle in the Mueller report at some point as well. The Mueller thingy. But the Steele dossier is coming through very strong. Let's do 2 more questions. I don't know if you want to chuck some questions at us. And then I'm going to put the cards down and I'm going to do some raw remote viewing. I covered Canada last week. Wanda. You have to check it back. What is going on with your Obamas? Oh, that's a good one. Because where's Michelle Obama? Let me have a look. Let me see. Give me a true answer. What's going on with Barack and Michelle Obama? I'm going to remote the views in the minute, Dealey. Okay. Ooh. I get sadness. I've got an itch. I get sadness and tears. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else involved, and I'm not so sure. It's more like a breakdown of communication. Has she left him? Is there like she left the marital home or stormed out, or I presume it's a big marital home. lack of communication. I'm just reading some of your comments here. There's tears, there's a separation, there's tears. King of Pentacles upside down. You know, when men get to a certain age and they get grumpy, they go through like that sort of midlife crisis, and I feel there's like a lack of communication, and she's just angry with him. She wants to do other things with her life, and maybe he's disagreeing with it. Because she wasn't at the Carter's funeral, was she? She hates politics. I still maintain if she had a run mind is the next, what we've just had, she would have beat Trump. I'm telling you that now. I still maintain that. But no, I just think it's like they've grown apart. And I see health problems in around him as well. You've reached that age, have you? Rumour has it he was seeing Jennifer Aniston. I don't think so. I'm trying to zone in. I just think he's become detached. I'll just double check. Is Barack Obama gone off with somebody else like J.A.? Strength. I think he's friends with her. I think there's been a very separate sadness for a while between them. They've grown apart. They've definitely grown apart. April. I'm being given April. You'll know more. April, May. I'm not saying that whatever people are saying about rumours, you know. What I'm saying is a lack of communication. It's like for a long time he's been in one study of the house and she's been somewhere else, and he's just been still into the politics. He's been into it all this time, doing a lot in the last situation, and I don't think she's been very happy. And she's not wanted to know anything more about it. And I feel they've grown apart, which does happen. I also feel interested in I was going to say grief and tears there, what Tariana's put. Michelle is grieving from the loss of her mum. Let's hope they can sort themselves out. Let's hope, I'm not saying I'm having an affair with Jennifer Aniston. I'm sorry, that doesn't wash with me. I don't say that at all. At all. I don't know if they're going to split or not. I don't think he's well. I think there's something he needs to watch for. Interesting. It's something that we can look into in a later date. Does that make sense? Now, one more. Is he a heavy smoker? I didn't think does he smoke? Does he? These are all distractions. They really, really are. You need to know that, you know what I mean? Because there's a bigger thing going on behind the scenes here. I want to pull something out on Europe before I go look elsewhere. 7 cards on Europe, please. Spirit, let's have a drink of tea. I didn't realise he smoked. I don't think Michelle likes it. Right, okay. Europe. What's going on? EU. All sorts of shenanigans. It's like the EU's getting ready for this plan of this new bridge of economy. But they don't want to go along with what Trump's got to offer. I think there's going to be some clashes. I do feel some trouble is brewing. I'm very drawn to France, and I see a lot of eruptions to take place. What's that thing called where they all meet? Is it the GI meeting or something? What's it called? Yeah, I'm laughing at some of your comments. They really totally crack us up. Come on, Bonnie. Obama smokes crack according to his ex-guy lover. No. Bloody hell, man. No, G7. Yeah, some of these comments are so funny. Okay. Right, so there's something coming, and I don't know why I'm seeing Elon Musk's face. And I feel there's a trade war to come in here. There's problems. There's a lot of, but there's something coming about G7, and then I'm seeing Trump's face, and I just see absolute hell on. When's the next G7 and the other G20? A lot of gossip, isn't there? Is it this summer? Right, so this big changes, and I see it all over headlines. Summer months. June, July's interesting. June, July. April's interesting. And I'm getting WAR, but I don't know if that's at the same time it's going to kick off elsewhere. I've just seen Putin's face there. A lot of shuffling about. There's a lot of shuffling about and new trade deals to be made. You know, why is Elon coming up in this? Elon's going to be I said this, didn't I? Like last year and the year before, like definitely last year before the election, I said Elon's going to be all over world news. And obviously that's taking place, but there's more to come. There's something about Europe with Elon, and I don't know why I'm getting it. I don't know if it's two separate things, what's going to kick off at the same time, or he's connected with something. There'll definitely be problems with the euro this year, yes. Something huge to take place with the US dollar as well. TikTok's going to change, and it's going to change its name. It's one of my biggest predictions tonight. TikTok is going to change, and it's going to change its name. Will Elon Musk take over TikTok? Anything's possible with that man, isn't it? It's somebody else. Somebody else join. TikTok's going to join in with something else. They're planning something. I personally don't think Elon should be connected within politics. It's got nothing to do with him. Personally, that's what I feel. So June's interesting. June the 15th and the 17th in Canada for the next G7 8 Summit, and June the 13th and the 17th in Italy. I think that's going to be very interesting. April's key months and June, July. Remember that. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Just jumping back there about the G7 thing. Big changes. Somebody else is going to step in, and I'm not just looking at Elon because he's got X, hasn't he? But it could be somebody else. It could be Bezos. I really don't know. Somebody else is going to come in. There's actually there's going to be two big changes, one with TikTok and one to do with another social media big site as well. And X is going to change its name again. Remember that. Unless it's X what's going to change and someone's going to take over TikTok. There's two what's going to be joined in together. So I'm unsure on Elon. If I'm getting it wrong, there's still somebody else to come in as well. A lot of these billionaires are all for themselves. They're not on about the people, it's all about themselves and what they can make. I mean, Elon made a hell of a lot of money within this last election. I want to say that Judgment Day is coming. Judgment Day is on its way. But I believe that massive changes to take place. So where we had the Brexit, it's like, the crazy thing is, it's like we're going to go back into something again, which could involve the EU. Now, the last time this happened, before we entered into the EU in the 70s, then we had a load of power cuts in the UK. So I predict that there's going to be a lot of power cuts again to come when this happens. And I can see what Prime Minister's face, and he's harping on about it. So I think while he's in, there's going to be a lot of changes to do with the EU and the UK as well. You have to just follow the money, really, don't you? You have to follow the money. There's a lot more shocks to come out to do with the RFK stuff. I would like to think that Linda Winger, White Hat's taking complete control of MSN. I think it's going to take a little time there. We just need to watch from every direction. There's going to be so much distractions, right? And I'm going to leave you with that one as above and below, because it's all about the money. You need to follow the money. I covered Stomach before hair spike, so if you want to like go back after this video, you'll be able to see it. But it seems at the minute that the oligarchs are running the economy. There's going to be a crash. What's definitely going to take place. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. The plan is that they're going to join all together. Yeah. And then eventually what they would like to do is get rid of all different currencies and have a one world currency. But I don't think they're going to get away with that. I think there's a lot of change and revelations to take place before that timeline comes in. I covered Canada last week, but tonight's I'm going to go and do the remote viewing now. Let's see what comes up. So, yeah, I think it's going to get very dramatic this year. Extremely dramatic. Is my voice a little too low? Can you hear us? Give us a 5-5 if you can hear us. Yeah? I'm going to dim the lights because I'm going to remote view. Right, give us 2 minutes. Okay. Right, I'm just going to go raw remote view and I want to know what's going on with these. Let's just turn this phone down. Excuse me. Got the hiccups. I want to know what's going on with the UFO drones. And where we are now at Earth, what's really going on. Never mind politics. That's all the show. I want to know what's really going on behind the scenes. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm just getting a bit fed up of it all. It's all distractions after distractions and spinning stuff. You know what I mean? And it doesn't really matter who's in power. At the end of the day, the rich are for the rich, not for the poor. And I think that it's going to get very crazy. It's going to get very, very crazy. So there's going to be a lot of distractions. Shut my eyes. May peace be with you all. I'm just going to go with my raw remote viewing. Let's put light around we all. And I am covered with the blood of Jesus Christ. No evil can touch upon us in this circle of light. Okay. Normally I put my glasses on, don't I? I'll not be able to read your comments when I do this. Whoa. Excuse me. I'm in a corridor. I'm in a military corridor. Mount Shasta Air Force Base. Is there such a place? Mount Shasta Air Force Base. They look like cubes. Mount Shasta Air Force Base. Secret underground Air Force Base. And I'm also going into Arizona desert. There's something secret underneath there where they're coming in and out. There's an underground network going on all over the world. All over the world. I've talked about this before. It's a pure, complete network. Walking along the corridor. I'm seeing US on somebody's US Army. It's like super soldiers. There's military operations taking place, like secret military operations taking place as we speak. I get a sense and a feeling of apprehension that in these different rooms where they're being prepped, these soldiers, to go somewhere where it's not safe, and I'm getting fear. I'm feeling fear, and I'm seeing robot dogs type of thing, robot drone things. The battle is happening in the skies, and it's happening underground. When we are sleeping, a lot is going on underground. The lockdowns, there was things going on where they did not want us to see, and they were transporting children away out of dangerous situations. Mount Shasta is known for underground civilization. I'm seeing that colonel again, and I see Trump's face. He's back. He's back like he was the last time. They're shaking hands again. It's a man. He's got very grey hair. I don't know if he's completely there now or it's just temporary. And there's other important high up colonels. They're all meeting. And they're talking about taking them out from different directions, from different planets. My God, what's going on? I'm trying not to analyse this. I'm just going with what I'm getting. So there's energy weaponry coming in from different directions, from different planets, from different locations. Why aren't they saying anything? There would be panic. great panic. So they treat us like children. In our lifetime, we will have Space Force outed, like Star Trek. It's coming. And there is a timeline that Trump will make this announcement. That is definitely the case. Definitely. Okay. What is going on underneath the ground? Okay. So a lot of different countries are connected with outer space as well, and connected with Space Force. It's fully operational. It's maybe labelled Space Force now, but it's been out there with a different name for a long time. And there is a darkness of an energy, and it's over Russia, Ukraine. I can't put my finger on it. It's nothing to do with the people. It's to do with the government situation. And they are not going along the same as Kim Jong-un, China. They are not going along with what the other half wants. And they have this technology that has been given to them by rogue extraterrestrials, which can greatly harm. I'm not saying this to fear mind. This can greatly harm humanity. And it's beyond we would ever know. It's not nuclear. There is an access point near Russia. And I've talked about this before, where there's portholes somewhere in North Korea as well. And that accessing in and out into another worlds. There's interdimensional travelling. He has let this technology and this weaponry loose. God, it's like James Bond. It's like secret military. They've let it loose with agents. A similar thing happened with the pandemic, and they are trying to track it. And the government drones are the ones trying to track it. They are trying to find it. Whoa. They're trying to find weaponry, mass destruction. I'm shaking now, sorry. I'm now going to the airport. Are you alright, Cece? The airport. Underground airport. They've broken the God's code. They've done something with science. They've broken something. They've cracked it. And it's like two worlds colliding and crashing. Bringing in, and the incident in Miami was a test run. Something did go on in that shopping mall. Two worlds colliding. A bit like Stranger Things, the upside down world. Going back into it. There will be an announcement. EBS announcements. And I've said this before, go inside and shut the door. He will put a stop to something. Trump will put a stop to something. He won't be in long. What are the drones? I'm going into one. I'm walking into one. I'm in this hangar. Sometimes they have people, 1 or 2 people in them. It's an extraterrestrial technology. Russia has them too. All the different countries have them. So some of these drones seen in the United States of America are not all US owned. We're actually in a WAR now. Strange. It looks like I'm going into a cockpit, but it's sort of half of a 50p piece type of shape when you go in. So, you know, like a 50p piece, if the UK 50p piece, it's half of one of them shape. And these drones can scan in deep into the ground, look through buildings. And I don't mean look through buildings where you would see somebody taking their clothes off in their bedroom. I don't mean that type of thing. I'm talking about they're looking for weaponry. Good God, the cat's swinging off the door. They're looking for weaponry. They're looking for weaponry, and it picks it up. They also can operate from the seabed. There is also underworlds underneath the sea where secret governments are working with extraterrestrial beings. The gill people, the fish gill people, very clever race. Very clever race. Yeah, it's easy crunching our biscuits. Okay. Can I communicate with one of these beings? Interesting. I've never seen a face like this before. Oh my goodness me. It's a humanoid. I believe I'm telecommunicating with him. Extraordinary. He looks like he's got some sort of mouth what comes right the way around, like what a dolphin would have. Extraordinary looking nose, set back eyes, very tall. It's a military operation. We cannot know too much. We are working with your civilization. We are working with your civilization. We are here to correct the wrongs, to put back what is needed. We are operating from the moon. That's why I was getting Bruce earlier on. We are operating. Russia and China are working with a dark extraterrestrial race. It's all about money and power. And there has been weaponry used against us. They will, if there is an attack, they will say it is flu, when it is not a flu. It is an energy attack. April, May. How do we protect ourselves as a human race? Will we be okay? Yes, my dear, he's saying, yes, my dear. Very polite, very polite. These race of people have also taken over the moon with Space Force. They are working with these extraterrestrial beings. So it was once used against her, and now it's being used to protect the surveillance going on from the moon. Surveillance. Musk knows this. Interdimensional travel. Oh my god. I see him on a black spaceship. Like a black sort of. It looks black onyx looking, and I see him flying up off planet. I haven't been smoking anything. It's what I'm seeing. He's part AI. I'm going to sneeze, sorry. He's part AI, artificial intelligence. He's not all human, fully human. Synth. It's okay, but there's many of them here. Playing his part, do what he needs to do. Onyx ships, there's like onyx looking ships. How do we tell the difference between what's deep state and what's safe? When you get close up to these ships, the ones which are like nuts and bolts and grooves are normally the deep state. The ones what are like seamless, sometimes even crystallized when you get up to them, they're the safe ones. He's not here to hurt, but even extraterrestrials can go off track and have an ego problem, and he's got an ego problem. Africa has a great big hub underground, and they've been, oh my god, child trafficking little ones and interdimensionally taking them away off planet. And that these soldiers which are being trained, they are being sent into the tunnels to try to stop these children, to get these children back. Oh my god. It's bigger than what we think. Will we get balance back on Earth? Yes. Watch for an event, a distraction. When this kicks off, you will know that everything's going down. Everything has to change on this planet, literally everything from the food chain. This is what this being saying, from the food chain. Food chain's going to change. This is going to change. They're going to ban the plastic. That's going to be massive. A new substance, what's going to be brought in. A new building material, what's going to be brought in for new housing. Artificial intelligence is going to be brought in. It's going to entwine into medicine before it takes over big pharma eventually. Watch for different shaped drones coming in. The ones what look like they're boomerang shaped, they're from Russia. Watch for these ones. China has them as well. Watch for them. We're going to be seeing sightings of them that look like little boomerangs. Little boomerangs are coming next. I said to you a little while ago, watch for the cubes coming. They were the drones. The boomerangs are coming next. But when you get close to them, they've got points coming off them. They're spinning points. Okay. So they've been manipulating the weather and it's coming in from the DS. Where they're doing it to us, we've been doing it to them. Tit for tat. It's a WAR3 situation. It's not like it used to be. So where they're doing it to us, with their manipulation situations, we've been doing it to them. But some of these events are natural. Okay, we need to prep. He's pulling away now. I'm going into, I've been in here before, into the moon, and I'm being shown the observing Earth. There she is again, the blue being. She's very beautiful. She's got like the scrolls up the side of her face. She's got beautiful big eyes. And she's shown me the reading Earth 24/7. Protecting Earth from trying to catch them. So who is the deep state? We need to know. It's a group of individuals. Some of you will never know. Rogue extraterrestrials trying to take over the planet. They've been here for a long time. People in enslavement. It's lifting that much, the frequency that they will leave. This is the last big fight. It's 2025. And what takes place in October, November will go down in history. I feel so emotional. What takes place in October, November of 2025 will go down in history. We are being watched. There is good beings out there. They love us so much. They want to intervene. They can't intervene. They can only protect. Help with the skies. Some of these noises, they're taking ships out. They're taking ships out of the circumference of space. I don't know if it was Bruce Sees All or somebody else did it. Somebody on the internet, might have been Bruce, where they could, I think it was the sun, and they had these crafts which were coming and going from the sun, and it looked like they were feeding off the sun. And I believe that the sun's not what we think it is, and I think that they're fueling from the sun. So a lot of these crafts. Highly advanced UFO technology. Is it, what do they call it? UAP or something? Aerial phenomena or something. A lot of these crafts are run by man. They're fueling them. Interdimensionally traveling, definitely interdimensionally traveling. So there's a big operation taking place. You can't say too much. Where they are trying to release. There's a lot of good people working behind the scenes, and they're interdimensionally freeing a lot of children from very horrible situations. Jesus will protect them all. Will our planet be okay? Yeah. There's going to be a few events. So sometimes when they say go here or go there, some people would think it's a trick, but not necessarily. It could be for our own safety. Like the lockdowns was nothing to do with the virus. It was for our own safety. It was for our own safety. But they couldn't say anything. Keep our children by our sides. Keep them tight by our sides while this is going on. They will not win. Four's connected. 4 will bring some big news, and I'm going to leave that one with you. The Burning Tower, the Burning Inferno, like the film. The Tower Inferno, or whatever it was called. There's a tower to burn. A big tower to burn. Before there is disclosure, before there's a lot to come out, and around Trump as well. And I'm telling you that now, it's coming in very strong. When the children sing in Spain, we will have freedom. Oh, I feel so emotional, and I feel like I need to end it with that. When the children sing in Spain, we will all have freedom. That's a prophecy. It's coming in from God, from source. Say it one more time. I'm going, oh. When the children sing in Spain, we will all have freedom. I hope that's helped. Until the next time. Stay safe, stay strong. And may the force be with you all. I hope you've enjoyed that tonight. And I'll see you again soon. Oh, hiya, Diana. Don't know. It's just something that they give us. When the children sing in Spain, we will all have freedom. Maybe it's worth they're going to all gather. I really don't know. It's for another night. Take place. Stay safe. I'm getting tired. Stay safe. And I'll see you again soon. And stay happy. Goodbye, guys. And how do I get out of here? Oh, yes. Hot chocolate time. In fact, that's what I'm going to have. Hot chocolate time. Here I come. See you again soon. Bye.